What's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? Oh my God, we are live today. We're not in a premiere. We're in live. We're gonna do some biker news right now. Then we're gonna go over to the other channel, Motorcycle Madhouse Radio. Make sure your autoplay is on. It'll take you right over there. If not, you got to click that link. We got China Dow coming up in the show later on, or I might just bring her in to give me some comments on some of these stories that I'm doing. Yes, the lovely China Dow. I know you want to see her more than you do me, but don't forget to like and subscribe, man. That really helps out the channel. If you want to help out the show, you can through the super chat, baby. But today we're going to be talking about the Satan Slaves, the Highway to Hell, baby. I love that song from AC/DC. Actually, China Dow, we featured her yesterday on her little moped doing that one. But let's go into our first story right now. We got the Flint Riders hosted a community cookout for charity. China Dow and myself actually did a members only yesterday where we discussed the good that bikers do. And this is a great thing, being able to showcase the stuff that they do, as well as what we do on the Sunday shows with Mike Ball, the good that bikers do. The Flint Riders hosted a community cookout for charity. Yes, there's nothing better than bikers and food. Several riders in the Flint area took their bikes and grills all to raise money for a good cause. I don't know, man. You think they got good water out there yet? I feel for them. The Flint Harley Riders hosted a community cookout and fundraiser Saturday at the New Standard Academy. Their work will benefit several local charities, including the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Flint. This was the fourth year that the Flint Harley Riders held this event. Rock and roll right there. Again, help them with some water, will you? Meridian Motorcycle 24-hour fundraiser for Camp Meridan, 7/21 and 7/22. It was held, and the results are in. They held that fundraiser for Camp Meridan. Nerdy, if you ask me. The Meridian Motorcycle Club were looking for an adventure. They continue to make it happen for the John J. Meridan Regional Training Center in Middlefield for their 24-hour ride, dirt bike ride, hard enduro. That's what we used to call them bikes back then. It wasn't adventure motorcycles. It was enduros. According to the ride chairman, Dino Pandafillo, he stated that an excellent turnout. They had 30 riders and 30 for their endurance dirt bike race at the club. Not even the heavy rain hampered or delayed their event, because one of their rides, Babe, who is 82 years young, of Berlin, kicked off the event and rode in the rain for the first 2 hours of the event. He is fearless. He is one of the best anybody could have had. Rock and roll, an 82-year-old person. What do you think about that, man?
I don't know. There we go.
You got to remind me of that stuff. That was a Hollywoodism right there.
Ha.
You make me look bad. See, she wakes up late, comes in the studio late, then throws me all kinds of off. I don't like that.
But you should be shocked. I sat here real quiet and my mic was on that whole time.
Oh, my goodness. That is a freaking miracle right there. What do you think about this stuff? 82 years or 81, something like that. He's an old dude. He's like probably in a walker riding a motorcycle.
More power to him. If he can still do it, do it.
That's what I have to say. That's what I have to say right there. We're going to this next one right here is Arn Pryor group that serves thousands of people. Let's get that sucker up here. I'm pulling a Black Dragon. That's up. A biker organization has donated to Arn Pryor groups that served thousands of people. The Never Old Bikers Motorcycle Club recently handed checks over to the Arn Pryor Regional Health Foundation and the Food Bank. It goes on to say, with our members coming from small town and rural areas of the valley, we feel it is an honor to support these organizations, said Keith Cunningham, club vice president. The Never Old Bikers. I wonder if I'm going to fit in that, man, because I'm like going to be 50 this year's. And I think I'm having a freaking midlife crisis. I have to trade China doll in for a younger woman to make me feel younger again. Club vice president, the Never Old Bikers Motorcycle Club, is making donations to 6 small town hospitals and 9 food banks in the Ottawa Valley, including hospitals in Pembroke, Barry's Bay, all kinds of names that I don't want to pronounce because I'll probably do a Hollywoodism on that one. But China Doll, yesterday we actually talked about a lot of good that bikers do.
Yes.
And I think what I learned about that whole thing was we probably as a community give more to charity than a lot of other organizations do. Bikers do it all the time.
Correct.
We're talking poker runs. We're talking 50-50s. We're talking about outright donations.
More than anybody ever gives you guys credit for.
And you said the magic word right there. More than anybody ever gives us credit for. They'd rather see the bad and make their, ad rates or whatever you want to say than give people actual, kudos for doing what they do.
They don't care about the good that bikers do. They just want the bad and the ugly.
I guess it sells papers.
Yeah.
I guess it sells papers.
For those that still purchase them.
True enough. True enough. Now to our main story we got here. Notorious Satan slaves. Biker jailed after attempting to murder fellow motorcyclists with a van. Man, sad state of affairs when you're trying to run somebody over. But anyway, Barry Smith, 42, was jailed for 8 years after the incident on July 24th, 2021. There is a picture of him right there. That's Barry Smith, a member of the Satan Slaves. That's an overseas club, but they are pretty notorious, man. You hear about them over here, too. Former serviceman and a member of the notorious biker gang has been jailed for 8 years for attempting to murder another motorcyclist. Barry Smith, a member of the Satan Slaves, drove his van into a motorcycle being driven by Andrew Lamb, a member of the Tribe Motorcycle Club, and they have been in the news before. There was an incident where another club tried to run into the Tribe with a van. I guess that's what they're using over there. Well, maybe because they don't, they gave up their gun rights. Hell, I don't know. The horror assault took place on the 24th of July, 2021 on the A7 road close to the junction of the A6699 road at Selkirk in the Scottish borders. I wonder if they get mad if I ask them why they wear a dress there, but I don't know. The High Court in Edinburgh heard how Smith was acting as a support driver for a convoy of Satan slaves as they drove their bikes in the area. The 42-year-old was supposed to help motorcyclists who injured themselves or who broke down, but the court heard how Smith used his van to carry out an assault on Mr. Lamb when needed urgent hospital treatment. Ouch. Shocked eyewitnesses saw members of the slaves fight with the Tribe MCC members on the road. It broke loose right there, it looks like. Smith then drove his vehicle into Mr. Lamb's bike, causing him to suffer pretty bad injuries, it says. A passing motorcyclist filmed Smith at the scene in his van that captured him whilst he wore a t-shirt which contained the logo SFSS, and we all know what that means. Slaves forever, forever slaves. And it looked like he pretty much got screwed because he was on videotape. Pretty bad right there. Pretty bad. Anyway, we're going to go to the second half of the show again. Make sure you put on autoplay for YouTube. You go right over to the show. If not, click that link in the chat box. Of course, we got China Doll coming up. I'm always badgering her over there. You know, don't I get you mad half the time?
Yeah, I'd say more than half.
You know, I was sitting and thinking to myself, you know what? I might as well just get a dog house put out there, you know, go get one of them sheds and stuff and put a bed out there and know that every day I'll be sleeping there. But we're going to go to the second half of the show right after this. Make sure you go over there. Be listening on www.motorcyclemadhouse.com. We'll be right back, baby. Join the Insane Throttle Members Only Club on YouTube or Spotify and receive exclusive content. Your membership in the Throttle Club helps keep the show.
Is an in-depth look at the trials and tribulations of street gang and motorcycle club life. This isn't the run-of-the-mill book that doesn't give the goods. This book will go into detail of events that actually happened. All materials in this book have been approved by those involved. There is nothing poetic, nor is there any price worth paying for the life we choose to live on the streets. James Hollywood Machikari, Brotherhood and Betrayal.